Down. 10 Lobo.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Ready?
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
17 yards on the play.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on third and inches.
Pilot, 64, weak. Out. Now.
They're going to look to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Couple of nice plays for Jacksonville. Another first down there.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. They'll look to throw here. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 20 yards on both of those plays back-to-back there. They are moving now. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. He's got it to Matthews, complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they'll look at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
7 yards there and a first down.
Let's go. 60 or. Protein spill. Come on, D. Get it.
They'll drop to throw. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown.
Touchdown, my nigga. I just went 6 on this nigga.
With touchdown number 8
Let's
on
go.
the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
This nigga don't score. It's a wrap for his ass. And I didn't even start running yet. I didn't take one run. I stayed right
Josh
in the pocket.
Lambo now for the point after.
That shit down the field.
And this is up and good. The score now 7-0 Jaguars.
Gotta get this one too, man. It's a bounce play.
And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
It's all man coverage all day.
Ready. Stop your whine.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
17 there and a New Orleans first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. They'll look to throw. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas.
Damn, Ramsey gets smoked out here,
before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 17 more yards.
It's
on
all right.
that
It's
one
all
as
right. No,
they
no,
keep
no,
the
no,
drive
no.
rolling.
I'm letting it.
That
I'm letting it
catch
happen
for his
right
career
now.
is number
Letting it happen.
589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching.
Oh,
That
man,
is caught.
and that's on me, bro. I didn't know what he was doing.
Touchdown Saints.
Good shit. Nice shit.
Traquan Smith.
Nice shit.
With touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are on the board here in this first quarter.
Bro.
Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
And
it's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, man. Let's see what kind of adjustments he makes.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up.
These two teams all tied after one.
The score tied 7-7.
Let's go now. 90 Wolf.
I'm setting them up right now, man. I just want to see every variation of how he's going to run this cover 4.
Topper, Topper.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville. Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll run it now out of the gun. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
This quarterback now 10 of 10 to start the game. How about that? As he comes up on a 1st and 10.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Got it. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Look at me. Zip. Go.
Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Telling you right now, bro, this is how we rocking, bro.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in the... Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. He'll look to throw. Throwing over
doesn't matter,
but it's incomplete.
Because now I know what he wants.
The target that time, Michael Thomas.
Super defense.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
It's been my observation. There's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Here's Hill on the return. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
56. Get it.
On play action, they'll throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Motion. Reset.
Hey, Delta.
56. Check 56. Watch twist.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Mike 56. Mike 56. He don't know no better. Mike's 56.
You see the play?
Mike's 56.
Hey, man. Hey.
Two.
Back to throw here. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll run it now out of the gun. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. It's a foot race past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How about that for a little jolt right before intermission?
You talk about taking momentum into the half with you, and so many teams have an emphasis on trying to score in the last 2 minutes of a half to carry that with them. It's not often talked about scoring on defense, though. That's extra mode.
And now they may take the lead into the locker room as well. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
Yes, sir. Stupid pass.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
I don't know what just happened, but that nigga got fucking.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
I know what happened. He played over the top that time. So, okay. Guess what? Same shit, my nigga. Oh my goodness, bro. Come on, man. We're having issues all of a sudden. Come on. What happened, bro?
Well, I got to score in case.
Nah, we just gonna run it back. Eagles balling, man.
Bonisha, you better stop your shit.
I'm with it, man. I'm with it. That shit crazy, man.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow.
He's trying to dot you up the whole game.
It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You would joke like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment, claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a pop to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own.
Thanks, Coach. Originally opened in 1995 as Jacksonville Municipal Stadium when this franchise entered the NFL. We welcome you to Jacksonville and TIAA Bank Field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Already to go.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. I'm not sure exactly what they had planned for play number one from scrimmage, but I can guarantee it wasn't that interception.
No doubt about that one, because in their daydream, this was going to be a dream play to get things started. Instead, it turned into a nightmare for them.
It's not a nightmare. Shut up.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. Completes it to Davis. And some room to work. Give him 32 on the play.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. What's good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
That shit sucks, man. This is nothing but my surprise.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor. Got to laugh that one off, and not the ha-ha, that was very funny, but kind of like, can you believe that just happened? Let's go out and play now. Let's just start over.
Ready. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Here we go. Kill. Check 9.
Go. Now.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Come on, set. 15 line.
Here we go, D. All day, defense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line.
That's good for Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Squeeze. Go. Go.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
Now.
Motion.
Bravo.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Fight.
They'll set up a throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
Hey. High 7.
56. Check 56.
Get it.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will be marked down inside of New Orleans 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give Fournette another crack, and he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
2nd and 9 now. This one caught by Davis. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. He'll drop to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Finds the open target, Arnold. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll look to throw here.
Oh, hell no.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have taken the lead. No surprise there. 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
80 weapons.
They're going to look to throw. That's out to his running back, Fournette. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
You draw Corker.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. I got you. I got you.
2nd and 5. Escaping the pressure right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll drop the throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Josh Allen in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Watch out for Hill on the return. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Leo!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was Matthew Adams who got him down on the defensive side.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't going nowhere.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Matthews the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders.
Come on, Terry.
Caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with touchdown number 8 on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very low. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 30. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. Couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
X3, 218, chop. 2.
Back to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
It's a touchdown.
Here we go, here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Mike 56, Mike.
Yep. We ain't giving them nothing today. You're out. Joker.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. He was looking for Matthews that time.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half as his guys are able to regain the lead. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10.
57.
Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with a coach and our EA Sports halftime report. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to have a third down. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it would appear they will not be able to add to their lead on this opening drive of the second half.
Yeah, if another touchdown was scored there, now we're talking about a 2-score game, and they're probably on their way of creating an excellent gap between them and their pursuers. But how about the defense there, able to step up and keep themselves in this one?
This is brought in at the 21. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Pressure.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Check. Look at me. Score. Hey.
On second down, here's Fournette. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's
On the run, it's Fournette. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Saints 38.
Ready? March 56. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Check 3. Check 3. Check
61. Matchbox lights. They go.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
On the ready.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Greystone travel. Yeah, five.
Back to throw here. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And that one results in 35 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into 1st down and then some. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the Jags grab it, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Go. Turn to go. Go.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
That crossing route is so effective when you hit it just right because you get a guy on the move, and then we see the end result there.
It's a nightmare for the defense. They got a guy with a full head of steam.
Not only does he catch it, but he picks up additional yardage after it.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
They'll set up a throw. The open man is Smith.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. 2nd and 3. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. From 3 yards out. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, That one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 13.
They'll set up to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. Thomas, the intended target. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Fournette running right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
They go play action here on first down. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey! Yo, Cheetah!
They'll look to throw here. The open man is Westbrook. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 16.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc up.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed if there's contact coming from both sides, No flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. The play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. This one to the right, caught by Valdez-Scantling. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A good pickup there of 20 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
Check. Lucky.
They'll run with Fournette. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field.
Box drop. General West.
Check the out read. Whip. Watch the whip.
They'll drop the throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Rush in.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints will have the football back. Well, they had to take one final shot at the end zone, but now things are looking really bleak.
And I agree with that totally. You had to take the shot if they did score. You know, whether you call it a miracle or not, you line up, onside kick, get the ball back, throw one more in the end zone, who knows? Had to take the chance, it just was unsuccessful.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Here's 2nd and 8. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Bofo's and Mike. Mike's Bofo. Ricky. He's coming. Double up.
Now back to throw. And he's going to go down again. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Jags take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Go.
Here we go.
Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
Ready, break.
56. Check 56.
Pull it high.
Let's go, V. Let's go. Hey, let's get there. Check 31.
Mike 56. Let's go one more.
Deep grip.
Quick throw caught out wide by Valdez-Scantling. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. And he missed it. It wouldn't have mattered. They were going to lose either way, but the game ends strangely on a missed PAT. Well, Charles, an absolutely thrilling finish there at the end, down to the final play. Got it close to the goal line, but couldn't punch it in.
How much fun was that ending, though, for us?
We were standing up.
I had to. You had to get out of your seat for that one. That close to the goal line? Oh, that was fun.
So for New Orleans, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Carolina Panthers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.